Imagine holding a key that could unlock a 10,000-year-old secret. That's exactly what a team of researchers believes they've done after finally decoding mysterious markings found on a stone in America. For years, these ancient symbols have baffled archaeologists and historians. Were they just random scratches, or did they hold a deeper meaning? The answer, it turns out, is more incredible than anyone could have imagined. This isn't just a random carving, it's a message from the past, a window into a world that existed 10 millennia ago. This stone, unassuming at first glance, might just rewrite a chapter of American history. So, what did our ancient ancestors have to say? Stick with me as we unravel this incredible story, piece by piece, and reveal the long-lost code of a forgotten people. It's a journey back in time that you won't want to miss. Before we dive into the message itself, let's talk about the stone. Discovered deep within a cave system that was once home to early inhabitants of the Americas, this tablet is unlike anything found before. It's not a grand monument, but a small hand-held piece of slate, covered in a complex series of lines, dots, and geometric shapes. For decades, it was catalogued as a ritualistic object of unknown purpose. The patterns seemed too organized to be accidental, yet too abstract to be a form of writing we recognized. Many theories were proposed. Was it an early calendar? A map of the stars? A shaman's tool? The breakthrough came when a multidisciplinary team, combining expertise in linguistics, archaeology, and even computer science, decided to look at the problem from a completely new angle. They hypothesized that this wasn't pictographic writing, like Egyptian hieroglyphs, but a more abstract, symbolic system. The team began by meticulously documenting every single mark on the stone. They used high-resolution 3D scanning to create a perfect digital replica, allowing them to analyze the patterns without risking damage to the original artifact. What they noticed was repetition. Certain symbols and clusters of symbols appeared over and over again, but in different combinations. This was the first major clue. Repetition is a hallmark of language. Think about it. In English, the letter E appears far more frequently than the letter Z. By analyzing the frequency and placement of these ancient symbols, the researchers started to see a structure emerge. They used statistical analysis, similar to the methods used to crack codes during wartime, to identify the most common elements and their relationships to each other. It was like solving a giant Sudoku puzzle, but one that was 10,000 years old. They weren't just looking at scratches anymore. They were looking at the building blocks of a lost language. The real aha moment, the key that unlocked the entire code, came from an unexpected source, the study of natural patterns. One of the lead researchers, an expert in ancient paleoecology, noticed that some of the recurring geometric shapes on the stone bore a striking resemblance to the microscopic structures of local plant life and the migratory patterns of animals from that specific time period. For example, a recurring spiral symbol perfectly matched the growth pattern of a particular type of fern known to have been abundant in the area 10,000 years ago. Another symbol, a series of wavy lines, mirrored the known spawning routes of an extinct species of salmon. Suddenly, the code wasn't just abstract, it was deeply connected to the environment. The symbols weren't just letters or words in the way we think of them. They were concepts, representing key elements of survival and the natural world. This stone wasn't telling a story of kings and battles, it was a guide. So what does the code actually say? The message, once translated, is both profoundly simple and incredibly moving. It's not a single narrative, but more of a seasonal almanac, a survival guide passed down through generations. The decoded text describes the cycles of the seasons with astonishing accuracy. It details which plants were safe to eat and when they should be harvested. It marks the time for hunting specific animals based on their migration patterns, which we just discussed. It even seems to contain warnings about seasonal floods and harsh weather, symbolized by jagged, aggressive-looking marks. It's essentially a 10,000-year-old farmer's almanac, a compact encyclopedia of knowledge essential for survival in a prehistoric world. Imagine a society without written language as we know it, developing this sophisticated system to ensure their children and their children's children would know how to live in harmony with their environment. This wasn't just about finding food, it was about understanding the rhythm of the world around them. This discovery is monumental for several reasons. First, it pushes back the timeline for symbolic communication in the Americas by thousands of years. We often associate complex symbolic systems with later civilizations, but this suggests that early hunter-gatherer groups were far more intellectually sophisticated than previously thought. They weren't just surviving, they were observing, recording, and transmitting complex information across generations. This stone is a testament to their ingenuity and their deep connection to the natural world. It challenges the very definition of writing. Perhaps writing doesn't have to be a phonetic alphabet. Perhaps it can be a system of symbols that directly represents the world and the knowledge needed to navigate it. This stone code is a form of communication so intrinsically tied to its environment that you'd have to live there to fully understand it. What's even more fascinating is what this discovery implies about the social structure of these ancient people. Creating and maintaining a system like this requires a community effort. It requires teaching, learning, and a shared understanding of what these symbols mean. This wasn't the work of a single individual. It was the intellectual property of an entire culture. The stone likely served as a master reference, a teaching tool used by elders to pass on vital knowledge to the younger generation. It suggests a society that valued knowledge, planning, and long-term thinking. They weren't just living day to day. They were planning for the future, encoding their collective wisdom into a durable, portable format. This small piece of slate represents a library of knowledge, a legacy of survival, and a direct message from our most distant ancestors. Now the big question is, are there more of these stones out there? The research team is convinced this can't be a one-of-a-kind artifact. A system this developed implies that it was used more widely. Archaeologists are now re-examining other collections, looking at previously dismissed etched stones and marked pebbles with a new perspective. They are revisiting old excavation sites and using this newfound understanding to search for similar symbolic codes. It's like we've just found the Rosetta Stone for a completely unknown branch of human communication. Each new discovery could add another page to this incredible prehistoric library, giving us an even clearer picture of what life was like for the first people to call America home. Who knows what other secrets are lying dormant, waiting for us to finally learn their language. The implications of this discovery are still being processed by the scientific community. But one thing is clear, it fundamentally changes our perception of prehistoric humanity. These were not the simple, primitive people often depicted in popular culture. They were keen observers, brilliant innovators, and dedicated teachers. They possessed a profound understanding of their ecosystem and developed a unique and beautiful way to record and share that wisdom. This 10,000-year-old stone is more than just an artifact. It's a piece of their mind, a tangible link to their intelligence and their legacy. It's a humble, yet powerful reminder that there is still so much we don't know about our own past, and that the greatest discoveries may still be waiting, hidden in plain sight. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey back in time. It's discoveries like these that make history so exciting, constantly evolving with each new piece of the puzzle we find. What do you think this ancient message means for our understanding of the past? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on more fascinating discoveries from around the world, please consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications. It really helps the channel, and you won't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.